All right. Today we're going to talk about FAQ schema. So schema, if you're not familiar with it, is something you can use that you put in the code on a page to tell Google more information about that page. So, for example, you might want to tell Google that this is an article. You might want to tell Google that this is a recipe page. You might want to tell Google that this is an e-commerce product page. And each of those are going to have different types of information that you would load in. So, for example, if you were doing a recipe, and I'm going to go to a schema markup generator, let's say we were doing a recipe. The great thing is schema is also called structured data, and it's called that for a reason. It's because there is a series of different pieces of data that are relevant to a particular page type. So for a recipe, you might have a description, you might have prep time, cook time, total time, nutrition information, right? That's very specific to what you'd have on a recipe page. Just the same as if you had an FAQ like this, you're going to have a question and an answer. Pretty straightforward. That's the one we're going to dig into today. How to use FAQ schema on your site and why it's valuable. So let's go back to this HVAC software is what we searched for here and find where we're seeing schema in this search engine results page or SERP. So if I scroll all the way back up to the top, I've got some ads here, and then I've got this PAA, or people also ask. They've now renamed it to others want to know. So OWK, I guess. And here's a bunch of Q&A. So you can see TechCo's right here. And I'm just going to keep scrolling down so we can see some others. And this is generated by Schema. And you can see they've got a 5-star rating or 4.8 with 200 reviews. It's a great way to catch someone's eye as they're scrolling through. Service Titan's done the same thing. We get down to TechCo. All right, so TechCo is actually utilizing FAQ schema on their site. And it's done two great things for them here. Number one, it's helped them get right here. What's the best software for HVAC? They have essentially two listings on the front page, and it's the same page, and it's a hyper valuable page for HVAC software. So they've got this one where if someone was like, I typed in HVAC software, but I think this is a great question that I would want to know the answer to. They click it, boom, they go to the site. The other is, as you scroll down, you can see they've got these two that were listed here. And why is this valuable? It's because look at Motley Fool above. Let's just make up a size. It's about 70 pixels in height. And now look at the height of this one. I'm saying it's about double, so 140 pixels. They're taking up double the amount of real estate on this page. And so as they move up, they're going to push others down further below them. So if you think of being like above the fold here and you scroll down, see how big this one is? Imagine if it had a couple more here. This is also generated by Schema. And you can see it can push other listings pretty far down, and people only want to scroll so far. So you're actually taking away from your competitors at the benefit to yourself of having a much bigger listing on the page. Going back to TechCo, what have they actually done here? Well, there's one way to look at a page and know what schema is on the page. And all you have to do is Google rich results test, right? And then I would bookmark it. But you go in here, all you do is go back to that home page. So I'll just actually open this up. Google rich results. And this first one, you'd click on it, and then you just enter in and test your URL. I've already done it because it can take a moment to do. And I did it for this page. You can see this is the schema or structured data that's discovered on the page. It's an article. It's got breadcrumbs, FAQ. All right, FAQ. That's what we want to go into. And what they've done is they've filled this out. So they have questions on their website that are written out that a human could read. But they've also taken and put this code in the proper format on the page source code. So if you're using something, there's certainly plugins on WordPress. I'm sure there's something within Wordflow. A lot of times we build a custom field to be able to input this stuff inside of WordPress. So you just copy and paste the schema straight in and it places it in the proper spot on the website. But ultimately, this is what's going to be able to get you additional real estate on that SERP. So they've put that in, and the way they've done is they've used this tool. Again, you could do FAQ schema creator. I just did FAQ schema generator. It was the first result. We use this one all the time. Click into it. You're just going to select at the top up here, I want to create an FAQ page, and you're going to type in what is schema, and then I have the schema is awesome, period. And then you could just add more questions. Now you can see it's generating it, and you would just be able to copy this and you put it straight into however you've formatted it for your site. You might need a developer. You might be able to use a plugin, but ultimately putting this on a page like a product page, like let's say BuildOps has here. Now, BuildOps is not using schema on their page currently, but they do have FAQs right here. And so they would benefit heavily from adding in FAQ schema here and using exactly what they have here. So they just copy this, paste it in, good to go. That's how to use schema. That's a quick tip, quick trick to be able to get a bit more real estate on the SERP, get some of those longer tail keywords that you're trying to rank for, to be able to rank for those a bit quicker, even while maybe this larger term you're waiting or doing some additional content work to get it up in maybe the top 3. It's a way to be able to maybe get into those people also ask or other areas in the SERP. All right, that's it.